call me the TikTok brain.
I mean, I'm speaking in terms of, like, in our lifetimes, that's a long-ass time. That might as well be when the fucking pharaoh appeared. You know, it's an exaggeration, obviously.
I don't think he listens to the classics, German classics, such as Erica.
Instagram Reels bingo.
I just think there's less chance for any kind of, like, stupid douchebag to come into my comments, you know.
Why do you imagine such fights, such internet drama?
Bro, you know you can just, like, ban people from your own comments and you can just delete their comments.
Because, do you know what the internet is? It's literally just a bunch of petty assholes picking fights with each other. That's literally all they do. Have you ever been on 4chan.org? Have you ever, like, listened or, like, actually internalized anything? It's just a bunch of people just wanting to pick fights with each other, just wanting to fucking start some shit.
Dude, that's lolcow forums, alright? 4chan's not really that anymore. All the, like, drastically edgy people have already left for other smaller chans.
Well, I don't really care, like, you know what, I'll even say it. I'll say it right now. I don't think my opinion is really that important. And I know that will come as a shock to everyone.
You sure don't act like it, dude.
I mean, it's important to me. That's why I voiced it, I guess, to you, my brother. But I don't, it's not important enough that it needs to be heard on a world stage.
Right, my dick thread.
That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we are all just shrimp in a cosmic ocean.
Why, I didn't mean to take it to the cosmic scale. I just meant, like,
Le nihilism.
on a world scale.
Le nihilism, nothing le matters. Everything is le pointless.
We are but drops in the bucket.
No, I'm not even making the nihilist argument. Like, I just don't really think my opinion is that important to be heard on a world stage unless it's through my music. Like, I don't care enough to, oh man, the world's sure gonna die if they don't hear my opinion on what, you know, abortion or what's happening with Fortnite or whatever random shit. Do they really need to hear that drip fed to them?
They added abortion to Fortnite.
You got the swinging fetus claw grapper. Swing from the trees. Take that, Spider-Man grappler.
Yeah, like, I'm just a guy, right? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, none of my opinions matter at all. Like, a little bit, even a little bit. This is what I've learned talking to you, Tyler. This is what I've learned. You have taught me that, and it's true.
What race is it, Giga Chad?
All your shovels are, like, broken.
I didn't say that, like, your opinion is not important. Of course, everything has a context to it. And, like, contextually, you don't talk to everyone in the world. So you wouldn't really have a say in whether or not your opinion is very worldly and if it matters on a world stage.
I just don't think that what I have to say, because a lot of what I say is really short-sighted in some circumstances. Like, sometimes I just say some really stupid shit. Like, sometimes, okay, it's really kind of 50-50. Like, sometimes I say some really smart shit, and then other times it's like I'll have a really ignorant opinion about a topic. Mostly about things that I haven't researched or haven't done enough research into.
But I thought you weren't supposed to do your own research.
When it comes to science.
This is what I'm saying. I don't care to research these things. So, like, rather than filling my head with more of that and trying to, like, put a band-aid over the bullet hole, I'm just gonna like I don't, that's more space. I don't need it. I don't need that information that badly to win every single fucking verbal encounter. And even if I was absolutely flawless victory, Mortal Kombat style, like, it doesn't matter. Because, you know, the other person just plug their ears and go, la 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 la, and make a bunch of fart noises, and it just doesn't mean anything. So why bother?
Bro, not only that, they'll also do the worm. You'll never recover from it.
Destiny. Damn it, I can never compete and outsmart idiots. I guess there's no point in learning any debate topics.
Even if you outsmart everybody, even if you're like turbo and you just out debate every single person that's ever existed. Like, what does it get you? In the end, what do you have? A fucking kingdom built on a pillar of sand. You have nothing.
I mean, there's a lot of kingdoms that got built on sand, like Constantinople, I believe. Plus, there's like standing sand nations out there, like the Arabian Peninsula.
Anywhere to be the king of the shit lords. It doesn't get you anywhere to be the king debate lord. Where are you? Where is your position if you become the king debate lord? Where are you in the world?
I mean, you could be like, I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, in the world, not very much. Yeah. You know, you can be Vouch, you can be Destiny. If you have a place, if you are the king of something, then there is something that you are the king of, right?
There will always be, like, especially like righty guys, like right-wing dudes who will always think that I'm soy, no matter what I do, even if I'm the most macho man imaginable. Like, even Schwarzenegger, they fucking made fun of him. Any person, no matter how fucking ripped or, like, well thought out or anything, they
Soy is a mindset, not a physicality.
Yeah, you could also be, like, biblical about this and say no man is free from soy.
So then I asked you, like, why? Why would I even bother if I'm always just going to be viewed as soy anyways? Why not just live my life the way that I want to and not bother with it?
Why would you commit sins if you're always going to have sin?
How is it a sin to pursue your own desires? To pursue?
No, I'm just saying, like, soy is something that, like, you can't really... Like, other people will always say that you have it, regardless of what you do, so... so it's like, why are you trying to... why are you trying to run away from it? Or, I mean, no. Not why are you trying to run away from it. Why are you saying that you should give up?
I'm saying I should give up because there's no point. Because there will always be the other side that will just call me soy no matter what. I will, even if I win every debate, they'll recontextualize it and say, actually, he's never won a single debate. You know, because truth is just subjective. It's all just a fucking bunch of meaningless blah blah blah. So even if I win, I lose. So there's no point.
You are really victim.
Bro's being a fucking doomer about the comments he doesn't even have yet. Like, what the fuck, man? The comments are so evil and mean. What comments? You haven't uploaded shit, man.
Like, even people that I, you know, have thought, like, oh, well, this the most epic point I've ever seen. There's no way anyone could disagree with this. And then I see a bunch of stupid-ass people being like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Why do you care so much if people make fun of you and call you soy? Everyone gets made fun of. Especially if you're a semi-public figure like a YouTuber. Why does this matter so much that you've, like, prevented yourself from uploading for years out of fear of being called soy or whatever?
I don't know. I think Josh just likes to be in the victim seat rather in the, the head seat. He'd rather make fun of Trump rather than, try to do anything to fix the country. Because it's a lot easier to do so.
It's not really like that. It's really just a matter of my own incompetence in that regard. Not a matter of will. And I guess you could say there is some fear. Yeah, it's a personal weakness of mine. I crave the approval of others. And, whenever I'm doing, like, any kind of thing that I love, like, I don't know, if I'm playing, what the fuck is it called? Tales of Symphonia. I want to get all the things. I want to be beloved by as many people as possible and be seen by even the most ardent of critics as, good, kind, charitable, as someone who made good points and never went over the line. That's what I want to be seen as.
Over the line. Fucking Kornheiser reaction image.
I hope that I explained it to you and that made sense to you.
Yeah, you want to be seen as a good person. So does everyone else. Should be filming with sand or sandstone.
It is kind of, I mean, I hate to bring up, who, but like, her approval never really got, that much. It all goes back.
The other topic that always comes up. Every phone call.
Yeah. Mommy issues.
It really is. Like, what am I supposed to do to control the feelings that I have?
I mean, you don't have to control them, but maybe just, like, realize that, like, that you're having the feeling and, like, just choose to feel differently? I don't know.
I wish it... How would I even begin to do that? What do you mean, choose to feel differently? Like, if I got angry that my neighbor ran over my pet rabbit, like, I mean, I'm gonna be mad about that for a while. Like, there's no other way to interpret that other than, like, there's gonna be that visceral reaction. I will always react that certain way. And, unless I'm a fucking chaste monk, like, how else am I gonna react? How in control of my emotions can I possibly be? What are you trying to get at here?
Alright, but like...
It's not impossible to control your own emotions. You just have to, like, work at it. It's a skill.
This is true.
I just don't know if I am that great at doing it. And I think that's why I spend so long trying to, like, min-max the risk.
I mean, the thing is like, not being able to control your emotions just means that you're, more
100
fun.
times more vulnerable than people who don't.
That means that you're, like, more fun to talk about. Like, I show Speed, Kai Sanat, they don't control their emotions. They're, like, loud and obnoxious and say whatever foul thing comes to their mind. But they're the most watched people, just because of that.
But I don't, what I've said, I don't want to be perceived that way. I would rather be a comfy streamer, if anything, and get, like, no views, and get, like, only a small community. I would honestly 100% rather have that. And just have a little community that just is nice, and we're not mean to each other, and that's maybe that's a hot box or soy or whatever, but you know what, I would prefer it. I would like that more.
I mean, you really have to get into Twitch to find out what kind of community you do like. Because there are a lot of those smaller communities out there that are hug boxes and that want to ban you for doing and saying anything that goes against their agenda. But like...
I mean, some of the, like, in order to keep those communities comfy, you gotta kick out the ne'er-do-wells, to put it mildly.
Yeah, but if you don't have, like, what's it? You don't have, like, a Hegelian dialect, the thesis and the antithesis, then you don't experience growth.
Well,
Katie?
we've had this conversation before, I mean, in different kind of contexts, but, like, yeah, it's honestly just better to kind of, like, it's better
I
to
mean,
tone
like,
down.
if you can make success from only parroting your own opinions, then all power to you. But success on Twitch comes from having lots of viewers and lots
I
of
feel like
people.
that's such a vicious way of, like, describing that.
Like, yeah, I mean, that's just content in a nutshell. You have to sort of, like, step on other people's toes. Everyone is vying for the same brains of attention. And if you are not interesting, other people are going to click on other channels that are interesting and that will provide that same content. And you will miss out on that money.
They're more than welcome to it. I toss down my sword, and I throw it to the fucking
Yeah,
ground.
but that's like the thing is like, you are not, you wouldn't stream Twitch to make money at that point. You wouldn't make any money. You would just be doing this as a sole net negative on your life for no purpose other than to fucking, like, inflate your own ego or something.
Okay, well, Twitch is different. I don't know if I would ever do Twitch for anything other than the amusement of my small audience, and not for a fucking financial, not for a fucking giga financial gain,
I mean, it's not like I'm only out for financial stuff, though. I want to, like, form connections, and I want to, like, I'm interested in, connecting with some of the newer generation, too. I have no idea what the hell they're like. I mean, I understand that there are memes about them, but I don't know if they actually go around saying, what the Sigma, Skibbity Ohio, Riz, Gyat, all the time or not.
I actually have a coworker that, like, I understood most of his, like, new gen slang. He said, like, one or two words that I didn't understand, that I can't remember what it was. But, like, I understood most of it, which I was both proud of and horrified at that I understood everything.
Phantom Tax. Do you know what Phantom Tax is?
Phantom Tax. It just means that something is sweet, I guess, maybe?
No. There was this guy called Phantom, and he would appear on Kaisenet streams, and he would take a piece of the food that Kai was eating every time he was eating something on stream. And so people called it the Phantom Tax.
Well, like, what does that mean? If you say that that's so Phantom Tax, that's so fucking swiggity.
Well, it doesn't mean anything in that context. It's sort of just like a filler. Yeah, it's a filler word at that point, and it can mean anything. Sort of like the phrase "I accidentally the cat," where it's like it doesn't mean anything on reading it, but like you can fill it in. But I don't know. Yeah, it just
What happened to Corked Up White Boy? What happened to that one?
fuck. What are you talking about? Are you reading some black comic?
I don't know, there was some meme that was like Corked Up or something like that.
It's some like stupid meme about like I don't know. It's not that important, but I don't know.
Oh, Corked Up White Boy Goated with the Sauce. Yeah, what happened to Goated with the Sauce? Did that die out too?
It's too long.
Yeah.
Now people just say like goated, but they don't even say that. They just say like W and L.
Yeah.
Fucking Kaisenam viewer keyboard is like WL. It has 2 buttons.
Just like the American keyboard, built for BBC.
So the Quirked Up White Boy Goated with the Sauce was never really a thing, it was just a stupid meme.
Yeah, and it never went anywhere.
Most memes don't.
I mean, like, a lot of memes just, like, exist in, like, subcultures. And then to anyone outside, it just appears foreign. There's like a particular crossroads between like black speech and becoming mainstream, because a lot of people in black culture very closely listen to other aspects of black culture, and they pick up on memes very quickly, and then through black people it eventually spreads to other cultures and other races throughout the internet, through like black Twitter and all that.
I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah, black culture is almost like 4chan in a sense, where they're like sort of a closed off community, but then they sort of open up to the internet as well.
Nope.
I only opened it a bit. You know, 4chan, or I mean, black communities have their like own sort of memes. They have their own things to define other things. Just recently, like with the whole Drake thing, Drake versus Kendrick Lamar outed Drake out as like a pedophile for dating someone who was like 16 or something. And now there's a lot of like memes in the black community about, you know, calling someone like Drake, and, you know, to call them mean they're like creepy or a pedophile.
You know, I guess I'll say that you're more educated on meme culture than I am. I'm a casual meme enjoyer, I guess. I do enjoy the good sensible chuckle, really, but I don't know, I guess I internalize things more seriously, which is probably why I have depression, but you know.
I have depression.
I have crippling depression. Yep.
iDubbbz.
Yeah.
Dude, that man fell off so fucking hard, though.
I feel bad. I hope that internally he's doing well. I hope that he's found...
I mean, he's probably crying with $100 bills, but at the same time, you know, he lost, like, any relevancy, credibility.
I hope that at the end of that rainbow he's found some sense of peace. Because he really sacrificed a lot to get there, so I hope that where he is, you know...
Yeah. I mean, I suppose.
I don't know. The only reason why I asked what time it was because you're kind of still playing Minecraft.
Yeah, this is a long Minecraft stream. But I feel like I can't really end it until I end the phone call or something like that. But also, it's pretty fun because I'm building a new base. So all the ideas are like swirling in my head of what the new base is going to look like.
I think, you know, as someone who is more politically aligned that way, I think I enjoy soy as sort of like a semi-ironic like revelry against like, you know, hyper-masculine, like, oh, you need to beat the fucking red pill, you know, so I kind of like,
It's, I don't know, it's very weird. I feel like there are so many soy, I mean, not maybe like soy, but like weirdly like, how could you say, like openly femboy men out there? Feels like every person you talk to on the internet has like some sort of weird gay thing that they try to start with you. Or they try to turn situations into like weird gay things. I mean, that's not to say that gay people are weird, but it's like, it does seem like the new generation very much has some sort of issues that's drawing them to the sort of more softer side.
I think I have a cogent point here. So, like, imagine that I become the perfect hyper dance fusion of like a right-wing commentator mixed with Voosh, mixed with like peak amazing atheist, where I'm just like constantly cutting promos and rants on absolutely everybody and eviscerating them and just being a total asshole, like peak iDubbbz kind of era shit. Where everybody's catching strays.
This is a little bit of a power fantasy, but okay.
Well, like, would it not be, like, taxing to talk to me if, like, you couldn't get a word in edgewise, like, if I never, ever listened to you, and I just always wanted to just beat you down with, like, every bit? Like, maybe it seems that I'm doing that now, but I don't necessarily feel that way.
Wow, I wonder why you would not feel that way.
Maybe I am, maybe I do, but I don't want to come off that way. I don't want to beat anyone down like that. I don't desire that, and I would rather just be a more comfortable person to be around. I think that kind of person is particularly obnoxious, and, you know, I don't...
Well, I feel like it kind of goes without saying. Although I do believe that whenever people talk about the person that they want to be, the person who accomplishes that most is the person who never talks about themselves and just focuses on what they want to do.
I'm sure that's probably true to an extent. I don't feel like I could, I mean, it just seems so toxic to me to just be like this hyper angry reviewer. Like, it seems like there's a subsection of people who really would want to see me turn into that. It really
I mean, you don't have to be angry to be right wing. Not sure where you're getting this from.
And not even necessarily right wing per se, but like just a subsection of people who want to see like just an angry cunt getting real mad about everything and just tearing everything down no matter what it is.
I think you're thinking of indignant.
Whatever, the same difference. Like,
well, I mean, there's a difference. There's a little bit of a difference. I mean,
you know what I goddamn mean by that? You know that I mean just like angry, like pissed off, like throwing a fucking hand around. And I guess you whatever, indignant. I'll use your word, indignant.
Now hold on just a minute there, partner. Now them's fighting words. I don't know.
Why does it seem like there's a subsection of people that are like, it's almost like calling out to me, like a mermaid's call, like a siren's call.
Schizo? I don't know. The right desires more grifters? I don't know.
It does kind of seem like there's an untapped market for that, and then maybe there's a part of me that kind of used to be more like that, and maybe
You definitely used to be like more pro-Trump, and you know, against like liberalism, before like, you know, Vaush came along.
I think you know, I was also maybe a little bit more aggressive, and am I wrong? Do you think I've gotten more or less aggressive, or have you not noticed the difference?
Now, can you see better with this lens or with this lens, or is there not a difference? I know you haven't been to an eye exam, but that's kind of like what they're like.
Which lens do you see? What's the truth? I'm trying to find the lens of truth here.
Well, the joke is that they're both pretty much the same.
Saying that I have not changed here. I have been pretty much the same as far as like cutting a rant on a motherfucker, basically.
I don't know. I feel like with leftism, you're definitely not afraid to take a stand.
Everybody, come take my hand. We'll walk this world together.
Dude, I still say that like that is one of his most soy songs, and that does not represent him. That's not the Eminem I grew up with.
I feel you. I get it. I would like to think, in my heart of hearts, that I've calmed down and that I've become a wiser, more, you know, calmer person willing to hear a person out. I'd like to think that, but maybe I just don't know. Maybe I've been harsh on you and I've been knocking you down too much, and I've been too much of an edgy debate lord when we get into conversations. And it's a bad habit of mine. I don't like it. I wish I was less that and more chill. I really want me to be more chill.
Then why don't you?
It's so hard to break, and it's hard to let go of my feelings because I'm always in my feelings, you know.
My fifis.
I mean, I guess I really just shouldn't care. Maybe that's my problem, is that I just care too much about things that don't necessarily matter, and I'm injecting my opinion where, like, it is not wanted or needed or asked for.
I don't know what gave you that impression.
Maybe a pretty negative reaction to most of what I've said, and I don't think ever once taken positively to it.
Well, there's a difference between consideration and like, what's the term? Like relenting. Like, I do understand where you're coming from in a lot of these cases, but like the point is that I don't really want to concede and say that you were right, because it doesn't lead to a solution. You know, it's saying that Trump is a bad person does not lead to a conclusion where America is in a better place. You know, because at the end of the day, it is Trump versus Biden. So
I guess objectively that is true. It is just the way that it is. It is Trump versus Biden. I think the reason it ends up that way is because the way that you phrase your questions always comes off like you're just the biggest. To me, it seems as though you're the biggest Trump stan in the world. and just doing everything you can to fucking schlob on his knob, and I'm just like doing everything I can to just like do the courtroom defense thing and just poke enough holes in it to beyond a reasonable doubt kind of deal is my angle on it. Like, is he really the guy that you're looking for? Is this your guy? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that like the shadow elites or whatever the fuck who is actually controlling the government. Okay, I want to go on a bit of a tangent. I just like how like most people have accepted that the government is just really not being run by the people who are in the government, but by fucking shadow oligarchies. Like, it's just such a common thing in the fucking like meme space to just admit that our government is just run by fucking elites.
Sponsored by the shadow government.
Yeah.
I wonder exactly how much of that. I mean, obviously people are fed up. Like, it's in the culture. Like, I can talk to any random motherfucker and they'll say that, which is, you know, a sign that like the public is fed up enough with this whole like sports entertainment game show of it.
Bread and circus.
They're sick of the charade. They want change that actually means something.
They're tired of bread and circus. They want blood and circus.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Most people that I talk to, you know, at my work, you know, when I have a conversation with them, you know, they don't really like have a like they're not oppositional to what I say, whereas like, or like I'll just say a thing and then you'll kind of like say that I'm wrong, and then like my autism spurs me along, and it's like, well, but I'm not wrong though, and then I have to justify that rather than just letting it go, I guess.
I mean, there's different ways of looking at things. If you view things in a very temporary lens, you can always justify that people are right. But like, it takes a lot of foresight to say that people aren't right and to point out exactly where they are wrong. Because yes, it's very easy to say that someone is wrong. It's more difficult to point out where they're wrong. And when I say that people are wrong, it is because I always have a reason why they are wrong. If not, I'll usually give some sort of exclamation that, you know, this is like my opinion or something.
I think that we're just two very opposite-minded individuals, that we have such opposing views that it becomes difficult. I noticed this trait in myself when I talked to Dad. When I was talking to Dad, I noticed I was kind of like getting overly angry and kind of just being a bit of almost like a douche gangster kind of person. Or like I get like overly defensive and angry about stupid things.
That does seem like a very interesting way to describe someone. A douche gangster?
Yeah, a douche gangster. Like, what are you talking about? I'm right here. You know.
I don't want to be like all pseudoscience, bro science on this, but it could be like there is a trend that I notice Where it's like, if people have a healthy body, they have a healthy mind and a mindset that's healthy. But like, if they're like grossly fat or even grossly skinny, um, then they tend to be a lot more negative.
Well, I'm working on the fat. I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, I don't think that you're grossly fat. You know, I'm a lot fatter than you. I just think the thing is like, there might be something a little bit strange with your body's chemistry.
I
You
don't
know,
disagree. I think you're right, and I think that the fat could probably be causing it. In fact, a lot of the lol cows and a lot of these people are fat. So I
Man,
think
look,
that
your God isn't fat.
hold on, there's a small linking factor. Maybe a lot of that there is some sort of like a lot of people that I've come across that are, you know, oppositional are often fat, because fat people, you know, are kind of marginalized, disparaged. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. Like, they have something to prove, so they kind of fight a little bit harder, and that could just be the fat. It could just be how you're in society, where you feel the need to fucking. And then I've seen skinny people kind of overcompensate and get a little bit fiery. So maybe I think you might be correct there. Am I wrong?
I don't know. It's not like a 100% theory. Because it's like, if you're skinny and you're fat, you can definitely be a pleasant person to be around. But it's like, its tendencies is the thing. I guess you could say almost stereotypes. If you want to be a little bit.
I mean, tendencies. You know, I think it does seep into your personality at some point. Like, literally, if you become fat enough, like, it will affect the way that you speak, and you'll start, like, having a fat voice. You know, you'll have a voice that's like, it, like, it slurs your words.
Yeah. Alright. It's been a nice 3-hour session of Minecraft. Still on. 0 drop frames. I think I'm going to call it for Minecraft for here at the moment. I'm going to continue this over into some Fire Emblems.
Nice. I love Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Passive Radiance actually.
Yeah. Who's your main boy? Who's your main guy?
Well, Ike is the best unit that I have, but I'm training a mix of Oscar and Soren.
Oscar's good. He was my main guy on my first run. You know, Oscar's solid. And then Boyd's good.
No, not Boyd, Soren.